Elden Ring, a game known to have the difficulty common in From Software titles, has 165 bosses, and they can all be killed with one shot. In a game with notoriously difficult boss fights, it's not surprising that players find strategies and glitches to make the bosses easier to kill or allow them to effectively be skipped in the case of mandatory fights. Since there's a massive variety when it comes to viable builds, players can use different strategies to one-shot their way through Elden Ring. Out of the 165 bosses in Elden Ring, only 12 need to be defeated in order to complete the game. It's possible to beat most bosses in Elden Ring with glitches, but using a glitch to beat a boss is not always the same as one-shotting the boss, since some glitches result in the boss AI never activating, which makes it not an actual fight. However, with help from several buffs and talismans, all 165 bosses can be a one-shot kill. In the case of bosses with multiple health bars due to phasing, players tend to consider it a one-shot kill if each health bar is diminished with a single attack. Players like Ray Dimitri and Bushy on YouTube have taken up the challenge to one-shot every boss in Elden Ring. But not all the strategies they use in their videos are still viable because Elden Ring is continually being patched and some one-shot methods have been fixed. However, Rage Gaming videos on YouTube showed a build for patch version 1.06 of Elden Ring that is capable of one-shotting every boss. Preparation is the key for one-shotting every Elden Ring boss. Starting a new game plus Elden Ring playthrough will make it easier for players to challenge themselves to one-shot every boss. Rage Gaming videos uses a build that focuses on the Marais Executioner's sword, but it isn't the only viable option in patch 1.06. Other useful items include the Axe Talisman, which Bushy uses in his build with the Giant Crusher as his primary weapon. The real preparation before each boss is applying buffs. Buffs from the same category don't stack, so a player can't have two weapon buffs active at once, but it's possible to have a buff from each category active along with unique buffs. Since unique buffs don't fall into any specific category, they can be stacked with each other. The challenge to one-shot kill every boss could see new viable builds, depending upon the gear added in Elden Ring DLC, or the challenge could be made more difficult due to the bosses DLC might add. Elden Ring has a lot of bosses, and all of them can be killed with one shot, or with one shot per each boss phase for those with multiple. It isn't an easy task for a first playthrough, but the techniques that are used to one-shot bosses can help make the fights easier for new players. Since From Software patches and balances items, it's possible that there will be bosses that can no longer be one-shot killed in a future version of Elden Ring. Sources: Ray Dimitri YouTube, Bushy YouTube, Rage Gaming Videos YouTube.
I'm the straight,